Flosstube, it's Shelly KX Stitch, and it's only stitching. I'm KX Stitch on Instagram, and I swear I'll stop hitting the table. It's January 2nd, 2025. Happy New Year. And this is going to be very long because I've done lots of things since I've been here last. The stuff that happens to be on top is the stuff I just did for 12 by 12 New Year's Eve. And I was on a Zoom for almost like 15 hours. Sandy from Stitching with Sandy held a Zoom, and I was on it most of the time except for when I took a nap. So the stuff I'm going to talk about first is what I stitched on there, and some of this stuff is for my Bringo board for Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge group on Facebook. There's 25 things on that, so I'll show a couple of them I worked on, and at the end I might go through the ones I'm going to work on, I plan to work on, so you can just peace out if you don't want to see that part of it. Okay, I worked on Santa Rides by Prairie Schooler, and this one I was doing as a Sal with my friend Dawn Frosty X Stitch, and she just finished hers today. I'm so close. I just have right here, and then there's a little bit right here. There's a name under there, that's why it's like that. And it's in black etoile, but you can't really tell. And this is on some gray Aida that I dyed myself. And also from that same book, okay, so that's the train, which is this one. And then I'm also doing the boat. I actually started the boat before I started the train. So the boat is on my Bringo board. And that got called already. And then I worked on this, which is a Tannenbaum by With Thy Needle and Thread. And so I spent an hour on each one of these for New Year's Eve. And so I had like this much I had to go over with another thread because it was too light, and so I went over the whole thing with one more leg of red, and then I started putting his face in. And so a lot of this is done. I think I'm going to go over these words because they don't show up very well. And the only other thing I need to start and finish is a little 4 snowflake block, or maybe it's 5 because there's one in the, there's one in the middle. So I have to do that one and go over the words on this one. And then that'll be done after only a few years. So that was with Christy and Shanda, Stitching in Idaho. Christy, what is your channel? Why can't I ever remember your channel? Primitive, something primitive. It might come to me, it might not. I started Bee Hollander by Works by ABC, and this is one that has Hebrew on it. So I started that. I changed the colors. I'm doing this on some 16 count Ancient by PTP, and I'm changing the colors just to blue, gray, blue, maybe some yellow, but I love that sampler. And this is Ancient. Wow, look how, oh, that isn't Ancient, that was Fog. This one's Fog, this one's Ancient. And I did these two on this one, which is Flora and Fauna Box Lid by Brenda Keys. And it kind of reminded me of a very, very small Land of Forest group because it's got trees and animals, and it's in this sampler motif book, which is not super expensive. This says 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, so I don't know. I don't know where I got that. I'm pretty sure I got it used. It's not even gonna help if I keep this stuff in order because it's still gonna be a huge mess. Okay, I also worked on Isa Hunter by Sambry Stitches. And I changed the colors. I'm not using that green. Is that even, I don't know if it's focusing. And this is on, I think this is on, it's some kind of PTP. Might be fawn. And I'm using some Tin Bucket, is this kind of brownish color. So all I did was that part there, and then I finished this alphabet from about here down. But this is getting very close to being finished because all it needs is the little bottom part after I finish these alphabet and the lines. I worked on this a tiny bit. I don't know, you know, some hours you work more than others. So this is a tiny bunny, and I had started this before. It's by Stacy Nash Designs, and it is called A Walk Through the Garden. It's 3 pincushions. And this is on a scrap of blue. I don't know, some kind of PTP. So all I did was work on these purple flowers right here. So that's almost done. I mean, once the purple flowers and the bunny are done, I think that's it. So that one's some of these are so close to being done because they're tiny. This is by the Trilogy. It says, Mom, I love you. And I did the center and I finished the M. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put the alphabet around the outside of it, because the alphabet's like right here, and all the green leaves. I guess I have to put leaves on. I'm definitely putting I love you on. I don't know. I might just leave off the alphabet. And then this was a gift from Cheryl, and it's WE 1839 by GGR. And I loved all the bright colors on this. This was a Christmas gift. And so far, all I have done is some leaves. So I spent an hour doing that on the Zoom. And this is Live and Die LA Field of Gold, 16 count. So it's kind of golden. I'm also waiting for some of those colors to come in. It's like geranium and maybe Lancaster red. I think they're out of Lancaster red though. Madame Chantilly, 4th of July. I did not do very much on this. I filled in the red behind the Freedom was partly undone, and also this U was partly undone, so I just filled those 2 in. And I think I did half of this flower, like it really wasn't very much at all. But I don't know what I'm gonna do because this S is not filled in all the way. It doesn't super show up well. I think I have a red, white, and blue floss that variegates, so maybe I'll outline that S. And I might outline the cup because there's a white cup up there too. I don't know, I mean, because they have it on a light fabric too, so I don't know. This one's so close to being done. I thought I was gonna finish some of these during the hour, but I did not. So this is Crowded House by Barbara Anna. And it's on a color called Happy by Bestitch Me, which is very pretty. It's pink and yellow and orange. And I did it on an orange section of it. And I worked on this also before the day because I wanted to get some of it filled in, but I didn't have this block done. I didn't have, let's see, I didn't have the chair and there's like some brick, the chair and the brick, I didn't have that done. I only had one mouse done. Like there's a lot of it that I ended up doing. I didn't have this whole cat done. I had all the orange done except for that and the roof. And I filled in all this top. So there was a lot of black I put in. But it's so cute. It's so whimsical. Oh, I put some bats in. They were supposed to be spiders, but I couldn't do it. I had to put in bats. You can see there's little spiders hanging down. Like it's very cute, but I really hate spiders, so I can't do it. Okay, and this one was a new start. It's Mill Hill Silent Night. It's from I think it's like 2001 or something. I saw it. And what I'm doing is these stand-ups. So I did them on a kind of a crunchy Aida. This is parchment. Is it parchment? Yeah, parchment 16 count that I got at Acorns and Threads. And I started Joseph. And why does Joseph have a staff like he's a shepherd? Thought he was a carpenter? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe that's Mary. Yeah. So the purple part, Mary's kneeling down. And then his staff is right by Mary. And I worked a tiny bit on M.A. Badger, 1870 by the Traveling Stitcher. So this was a PDF. I really like the colors in it. They remind me of Christmas colors because it's red, green, white. And I did this on some shabby that I got from Kitten Stitcher, which I think is a Kitten Stitcher fabric when they used to do Aida. And all I did on this one was, I think just F, G, and H, 2 of each of those. and went down. I'd like to get this done. This is one of my favorite sizes of samplers. I like the ones that just have some letters on the top and then something cute on the bottom. So that's almost full coverage though, so that'll take a little while. But it's really not that huge. I don't have the stitch count sitting here because it's not on this. Okay, this is on Fog. This is also a new start. This I started, Merritt was starting this just because Buzz is Merritt's channel, and she and some friends are starting Feast of Friendship. They started it January 1st. So I'm just gonna do the fruit bowl on the pedestal. And so that's what I started on, was the bowl. And I got this much done. It turned out to be smaller than I thought. I mean, because that's really not that big. So we'll see. I don't know. It's going to turn out to be some awkward size. Maybe I'll do the house and just make it bigger. Not sure. This one I had mostly finished. This is a Pennsylvania motif sampler by Carriage House Samplings. It was released under Chartmakers Designs originally. And right here, there's a little piece of linen that they did, I think, over one, and it's a little flower. And so even though I did the rest of it in Aida, I think I've shown this finished before. So I did this in Aida, but there's still a spot right here. Oh my gosh, I just have thread on everything. So I wrote my initials in 24 on some linen so I can applique that down right there. Just fold it over tiny and put it right there. And I don't know what that count is. It's probably 28 count over one. Because once I finally got the hang of doing over one on linen, I can now do it. And do I have, no, I do not have this is by Blackbird Designs, and it's a little bit of spring, and it's on 16 count vellum. And I finished this while I was on New Year's Eve Zoom, and I spent 2 hours on it. But I had, and I worked on it last week too, I had like all this to go right here, this, and then to fill in the windows are gray on that, so I had to fill that in. And then there was a lot of this basket, there was beige fill in, so the basket had to be filled in with beige. And then a lot of these little flowers in the center, and this row of flowers have a center also of beige. So I worked on that before New Year's Eve, and then I finished it up. Hooray, so that one's done. That's a cute one, cute little size. This is a pretty recent one. This one is pretty funny. This is by Lizzie Kate, Grateful, Thankful. Is it called Grateful, Thankful? Yeah, it's Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And it's very like fall Thanksgiving type of thing, but I had done it on pink, a 14 count pink. That's how old this was when I used to always stitch on 14. So I had Grateful, Thankful, Blessed written on there, and I just put a heart and then called it done. So I'm gonna make it into a pillow. So that was one quick finish. I guess I don't need this plastic envelope, do I? And I also finished this. This was a gift and a stitch along for my birthday from Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim. It's an Erica Michaels, what is the name of the cat? Favorite cat? I don't know. But I changed the colors on it, and all I did was put like a pink blanket underneath it, and I filled in the rest of the pink at the zoom. And before the zoom, I did the tail and outlined around the bottom and up to about there, because that was sitting not quite finished for a long time. I was gonna make it into a drum, and that's why it's a long strip. This is on 16 count PTP Ancient also, but I decided I was gonna make it into a pillow, so I stopped when it was a good like pillow size. And this is a kind of, I used to have an orange and white cat when I was little, and it also reminds me of Maggie because she's orange, white, and black, but I decided not to fill it in with black. And this one, let's see, this was a new start. I'm stitching this with Cheryl. She's CHEPOR on Instagram. And we both started this. I don't even think we started the same day, but I've hardly done anything. And hers is on, I think it's like a gray. It looks really good. And mine's just on This is a weird Aida. It's an Aida that's made out of linen, so you can get the raw linen color, but it really is an Aida, which I thought looked like this color because it kind of looks like gray, but I should have done a darker gray. So then I just did the DMC or a DMC gray color, and I started on the roof, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna start over again, but I started on this roof down here. And I think this one is on my, my Bringo board. I have to put these somewhere different so they get back on my Bringo. This definitely was on my Bringo board. I started this on January 1st as my blessing sampler to finish all in January. It's by Leela's Studio, Sarah Ann Grand, 1871. Yes, and it is the Our Father. And I'm going to stitch it this way, except for I'm going to write who instead of which. So I already wrote that right. That instead of which I wrote who. And I'm doing this with some silk that was a hank I bought, and I don't know the number of it. I think it's Silks for You. It's either Silks for You or Mrs. Sadis, but I bought a skein. I mean, a big skein of it, a big hank. And I think this is on, oh no, here we go. This is on vellum. Vellum 16 count by Picture This Plus. So that's going to stay out to get some more work done every day. And this was a start and a finish because I started this with Stitch and Gem with Thy Hands by Teresa Kogut. I started this, I was doing like this strip as a drum because I decided I would make like 4 drums for my mom for her table. And Jem was doing it for her birthday. She was doing that big sampler on the front. So I thought, oh, hey, I could do that one strip. And I started it whenever she said it was. I did start it then, and I just finished it the other day. I guess I'll just show the picture on the front. So it's this strip right here, and I changed a little bit of it because I moved up a house, and I didn't put a flower. I moved a heart and a flower. I'm sorry, a house and a flower from different rows. And that's what it is. I changed the colors. I think it's cute. And she has people over for quilting, so I think they'll like it that it's a stitch. And this one I didn't do straight satin stitch. I did X's underneath, so it's like a padded satin stitch. I don't even like the look of satin stitch, but I think on a spool, okay, I'll relent. It's fine. So happy birthday, Jem. And so she's stitching, I think it's Stitching Gem. And I got this for a Christmas present, thank you. Look, it's all pink, and this is by Penny and Tunny. And then I worked a little bit on this, which is Birds of a Feather, and Sherry, Colorado cross stitcher, recharted these and has a deal with her with Birds of a Feather. And so I'm working on this one, and it's on, I'm pretty sure it's tarnish, 16 count PTP tarnish. And I don't know what I've been doing. I know I did some sheep last. I might have filled in this guy. It's not, I should have tried to get this done. There's only 2 people on each side. There's more fabric over there to do it. So all I really need is the baby Jesus, finish off these people with their hair. This guy needs a little more than hair, but I changed the colors on that too. I'm not a huge angel fan, so they kind of fade into the background, which I like. That's what I was trying to get it to do. So maybe next year that one will be done. Oh my gosh, this one's almost done. I was trying to get this one really close to being done so I could finish it on 12 by 12, but then I didn't finish it. And this is by Lottie Da, and it was in that book. It's a Leisure Arts book. All I have was a working copy for it. It's a Leisure Arts book, like something sayings or something, I don't know, but it was all Lottie Da stuff. And so this is You Are My Sunshine. And all I have to do is fill in the gray clouds. And I actually found the fancy floss. It's supposed to be like river rocks. So that's almost done. This is gonna be a finish soon. We used to sing that to my daughter when she was a baby. And This one is Barbara Anna. I don't have the picture of it. I showed it last time on my iPad, but this is Barbara Anna Four Seasons. It's all the girls, and it's on some Mystic, I think, PTP. And I took this on vacation, and I worked a little bit on, I think it's the summer, because even though it was fall, we were in Hawaii and it was hot. And so I did this part, and it looks this way because I've been stitching on different seasons. So this I started in spring, and then summer, and then fall came along, and apparently I had a lot of time in fall because I finished fall, and now I should be working on winter because she's barely done. But that's super fun. I love Barbara Anna. I keep the colors, and I think I did change. I changed one face color. Did I change it already? Nope, I guess I'm changing the winter face color. If I had thought about it earlier, I would have changed more of the skin. And then I did Hello Halloween. I'm working on this big one by Teresa Kogut, but I worked on a small for my daughter, which I was going to give it to her for Christmas, and then I realized I already had some Halloween smalls made, so I didn't finish it in time. But I'm just doing this cat and this pumpkin, and they're very cute. And I changed this to Lobster Claw. I think it's Classic Colorworks. And so I'm just going to fill in the cat and fill in the pumpkin, and then make it into a pillow and get it to her for Halloween. So cute. Oh my gosh, so cute. Everything in this book is so cute. My pile is already falling. Okay. So let me see here. Oh, this one I also worked on a ton during vacation. It's an advent calendar called Halloween Stamps by Madame Chantilly. And I was working on it like one a day while I was gone, and we were gone until the 12th of December. Like, try and make your Christmas season short, just go somewhere till the 12th of December. So I worked on one every day, and I got some of the bottom part done. And on the plane, I worked on the outlines of the stamps because I didn't have to look at a pattern to do that. So that was fun. And this is fiber on a whim, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, fiber on a whim parchment, and it's very green, of course. And it's kind of a bronzy, I don't know what color, I guess bronze. And I only had I think some of the first ones done. And so I really did a ton on this. And so that's how long it's gonna be. These are cakes. And 9, 10, 11, 12. So those are completely done. This one's completely done. And then these are not. So that was pretty good. Definitely, especially if you have the little outline done, it's very easy to get one of these done a day. So next year, I think I did add another red. So there's 2 reds in here instead of 1. And I think there's also, no, there's supposed to be 2 greens. So there are 2 greens. Oh, there's 2 different gingerbread colors too. Because I did the gingerbread guys a different color than the cake. But I was very motivated for a while. And then when I got home, I was just like, oh, I'm a little tired of doing that one. But I'd sit outside and watch the waves and stitch on that. So that was really fun. Sorry, that was so loud. I did not even need to do that right then. Okay, so the ones I have left are the ones I'm gonna do for Bringo. And this one is And They Sinned, because this is on my list to work on this year, because Amy Gable Stitcher enabled me on this one. And I think she's going to work on hers a lot this year. There's no way I'm getting it done this year, but maybe I'll put some more time into it. It's on PTP Ancient. Ancient is one of my favorite colors. And all I did lately was this. I filled some of that in. So they call a number. You have 25 different projects, and they call a number every day on magazine monthly cross stitch challenge group on Facebook, which is Carolyn Zook and Robin Bird's Eye Stitcher. And so you pull something out every day and work on it. And my Our Father was the first day called, so that was awesome because I wanted to get that started because it's a blessing sampler. I was going to start it anyway. This one is Barbara Anna, All Creatures, and I'm adding these borders like this on both sides. And then this is some of the story of creation. It's just words, and then that's a cartouche with my initials in it. So this one really doesn't have that much more to go because I'm also not doing the outside border. But that's what that looks like when you don't put the stupid side borders on that I decided to put on for I don't know what reason. Anyway, and I think this is on fog, so it's kind of gray. Picture this plus. I tried to unzip all these. Another one I'm working on is a whole bunch of, I have all the glitter houses, Glitter Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this is on Tarnish by PTP. Nope, it's on Echo. Echo's like a darker tarnish. And so I only have 2. I really thought I had more started than this, which is hilarious because every time I pick something up, I think I have more done than I do. I don't know why these take so long, but they just do. I think there's a lot more stitching in them than I would think, like it's deceptive. And this one is Anna Marie's Pocket by La Di Da. And I only have some of this, the flap done. And this is done, I think this is also done on Shabby by Kitten Stitcher. It's very dark. And I changed some of the colors, so it's gonna have more pink in it. It's very cute, and I like the pockets and needle books, and I almost said notebooks, needle books and stuff like that. So I'll be happy to get like an hour or 100 stitches. Okay, so Taryn Stitches and Such, and she's TV Designs on Taryn Stitches and Such. I can't even say it. On YouTube is her Flosstube, and then TV Designs is her Instagram, I'm pretty sure. So we're both stitching something out of this keepsake calendar. This is the booklet that came with the calendar. And I don't even know, what are you stitching, Taryn? I'm not even sure what she's stitching. That'd be nice if I actually knew what it was, wouldn't it be? Don't know. She's stitching one of these things. All I know is she's not stitching the same one I am, which is this one, which is Barbara Anna, and it's a spring one, so it has a lot of sheep in it and meadows and stuff like that. And this is on some kind of, I don't know, I think this is Fiber on a Whim. And so far I just have the outline done. It's 9 octagons. Yeah, octagons. And I think the white of the sheep will show up on that. So this is definitely getting worked on. Taryn, when is yours getting worked on? That's all I want to know. And then this is a new start, and I don't even have it here. It's by Flossie Fox Shop. It was in Just Cross Stitch, August of 24. She had a, it's called Enchanted Autumn Cabin, and I'm going to do a dragon off of that. Sorry, I do not have that picture with me because it's a digital magazine. Because I use Libby and I get Just Cross Stitch out of my library for free. This one, Dutch Beauty. It's so huge. So I'd like to get some stitches on this every year and get through it. Let's see. It's some kind of PTP and I don't have it. It might be Legacy or Wren. I'm not sure. So here's where it is. So I went down the side because I wanted to see how long so I could trim my fabric. And then I went across the middle on that grassy line and then trim my fabric. You know, I counted a zillion times on that line with all the green, so I wouldn't miscount. So I'm looking forward to getting some work done on this because, you know, it's not gonna stitch itself. And, you know, I don't know, one day it'll get done. This is that long line that I have stitched. Kim stitched this just by itself. This thing is like, I don't know, 100 and something square. It's very big, just that one motif. And then this one I've taken on vacation before. This is Santa the Key and the Dove. No, Santa the Dove and the Key. And I just have this tiny picture of it because I bought this off of Creative Poppy and you just print it off. And this is on some, I think it's Jade by Picture This Plus. This is one of the few times you're gonna be like, what? That's green, I'm stitching on green. It's very cute. It's in this small packaging because I took it on vacation. I didn't touch it though. I usually take Barbara Anna on vacation because her stuff is DMC, so it can get wet and you don't have to worry. This is There's a Priscilla Dawes by Hemlock and Rye, Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and it's the, what is it called? The muted. It's not the very bright, but it's the muted one. And this is on some old paper by Color and Cotton. And this is what it looks like right now. And this is the more muted colorway. And I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Good job, Julie. I'm excited to get on that. I shouldn't say that because I'm excited to get back to everything. And this one I don't have a picture of. It was a freebie. Quaker Suzman by Mon Pierre. So it's a Quaker that I'm doing in, I think it's Blue Coat Red. And it goes down to there. And so it will be Quakers, which I do not like stitching Quakers. Oh yeah, Blue Coat Red. But I like pink, so I don't mind it that much. And this one, Marissa is working on hers and Kissa. And every time I see her work on hers, I'm like, I gotta get mine out. So mine is now on my Bringo board, Marissa, so I will do it. Sleeping Princess. So it's like The Princess and the Pea by Mirabilia. And this is on, I'm pretty sure it's Whimsy by Picture This Plus. And this, I don't know, this has been going on forever. This still has a needle minder on it. That's how long it's been going on. So I think I reached the floor with her sheets, her bedclothes hanging down there. I know I was working in her hair the last time. Oh, so pretty. I love the faces. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just right there. So there is some more to go that's lower. So hit the floor, but it keeps going. And I don't know, I wonder if this is 14 count. Might be 14 count because I usually try to buy a bigger count so I can fit the beads on, because PTP shrinks a lot, so sometimes their 16 is like 17, and so their 14 might be more like 15 count. Oh, that is it. Can you believe I got to the end of that? This is not even all my whips, but I'm not doing a whip. I'm not doing a whip parade. Like, you've seen a lot of them, right? Oh, got my hair cut. I'm going into life now, so if you're not into that, I didn't bring the rest of the stuff. I got another GGR chart and a Chessie and Me from Cheryl. Why didn't I bring them out? I don't know. I did not. But since I was here the middle of November, that was the last time I was here. We left at the end of November and went to Hawaii with my mom and my aunt. We went to Maui Stayed there for 5 days with them. They went home and we went whale watching when we were there. And we saw so many humpbacks and they were all breaching, like jumping in the air, and it was amazing. And then they said those whales only go between Hawaii and Alaska. I don't know. They must stop by me. I don't know. I'm in the middle there, but I'm not sure they do or not. And then, so it was all humpbacks. It was super fun. And then my husband and I just went to the Big Island, and I saw my friend Lisa from college, and so that was super fun. And we went on a helicopter. I decided I would just say yes because my husband is like a daredevil, but I am not. And so I thought, okay, this vacation, I'm just going to say yes. So we went on a helicopter ride over Mauna Kea, the volcanic mountain. It was not erupting, and it just started erupting like a week ago. So that was exciting, and it wasn't, and we stopped at a waterfall, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be because it was kind of slow, just, it wasn't like really like woo, woo, like I thought it was going to be. And we also went and swam with manta rays, and all you're really doing is floating face down, like on the top surface of the water, and then the rays are coming up below you and just doing flips underneath you. They touch you sometimes. And that was good, except for I did get seasick holding on to it's like you're holding on to kind of a surfboard and just bobbing along. And so that made me seasick. Because usually when I'm in the water, I'm not seasick. But that was at night and we were in the water. So that was kind of different because I usually don't go in the water, in the ocean at night. And they had us in shorty wetsuits. And I don't know. I think I've been in a wetsuit once in my life, but it was so tight. I was like, can't really breathe very well. That was fun. The boat ride over there was fun. And then, what else did we do? My husband's probably watching this going like, oh, why can't you remember what it is? Oh, we went to go stargazing. So we took a ride up, I think it's Mauna Kea. It's Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, one of the volcanic mountains, and they have a lot of observatories, like 5, I think, up there. And so they're not open to the public. They're like research observatories, but you can go up there 14,000 feet and see the different stars and the planets, and they have a telescope you can look through, and we saw like another galaxy. So that was crazy. And then we babysat some when we got home, and my grandson gave my husband a cold, then I got the cold. Then we saw family for Christmas at my mom's, and then at my daughter's, and then hopefully I didn't give him a cold because I came down with a cold finally. And then today I reported for jury duty, so I'm going to see next week if I'm on a jury or not. And the bad thing about jury duty is you cannot take in cross stitch. So I'm like, oh my gosh, all the waiting time, no cross stitch. So I had to read a book. But I think that's about it. We got a barbecue. We had a huge semi come and deliver it. I was like, what is this? What is it doing? Let's see. Did I go to the retreat? No, I went to the retreat before we left. So I've already talked about that retreat. I'm going to go to the retreat in the end of February for Dying to Stitch. I think they still have openings. If you want to look in their Facebook page, and Sarah Stitch Mommy's going, and Stitching with Sandy, and a bunch of the Menifee Stitchers, and Contented Needleworker Kim. So hopefully we'll see you there. Hopefully I will record before then because that's the end of February, okay? So I can't just have it be like these very long gaps because look at how this was. Oh my gosh, so hard to get everything together. So I hope you're stitching. Tell me what you've been working on. Tell me if you got your Christmas stuff done. I FFO'd like 7 things for my mom, so that was super, super motivating. Let me see what else is on my... I signed up for the Haid sale. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do... There was a freebie hummingbird chart that they gave us because we hit 2,000 participants. So I think I'd rather do that one than the Haid sale. So I'm going to do that. I got some 1-2-3 gift cards, so I'm very excited to spend those and buy some. I don't know. I'm trying not to buy charts I'm not going to be using. And let's see what else I did. I've been doing some woobles, which is crochet. I did a dinosaur and a Snoopy hat and a Snoopy Santa hat and a Snoopy Santa jacket. And then I finally one day, this is really a bad one to look at because I taped it, but I got a point driver and I put points in all of my cross stitch sitting here, so it's now they're not falling out of the frames anymore. So that was super exciting. First one didn't work, had to take it back. And let's see. I think that's it on that one. Oh, and I made coffee Quaker for my friend Cheryl, and she liked it, and I put it on some pink fabric, so that was super fun to stitch. And I think that is it. It's a lot, huh? I hope you are having fun with your stitching like I'm having fun with mine. And tell me what you've been working on. Doesn't even have to be like right now while you were watching this, but like just currently in general, what kinds of things are you stitching on? Because I really like to know that. Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.